welcome back to a momentous cover reveal. We are so excited to have with us today the incomparable Emily Jane. Thank you so much for being here. You are awesome and amazing, and I am so excited to tell everybody about you and your book. So I will stop talking and I will ask you, could you please tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
First off, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be on a call with you, and so excited to be part of the Penny Reid universe. You have no idea. Like seriously, it's very exciting for me. I have been writing since I think I started my very first book in like 1996, so basically forever. And I've been reading as a fan of romance forever also. I think I picked up my first book when I was 11, my first
Oh, wow.
romance novel. So I
That's
started
awesome.
really young. Yeah. And it's basically, it's what I love to read, so it's what I love to write. I also sort of dabble in YA, but the through thread is the snarky heroine and the hot hero who loves her. So,
Yeah.
that's like my bread and butter.
I don't think, I mean, I can't think of well, I don't know a lot of people, but I can't think of a single person who doesn't love that combination, myself included.
Yeah.
So, why did, just out of curiosity, I've asked you this question in the past,
Yeah.
but for the edification of our audience, why did you decide to write for Smarty Pants Romance?
Um, so I was at a point where I was sort of looking to rebrand myself. I was traditionally published for a really long time. And the the book that I ultimately submitted to you and that you guys wanted to work with me on was a story I'd sort of had in the back burners for a really long time, and none of my traditionally published editor people, I couldn't sell them on it. They just weren't into it, and I think it's because it is such a like a smart hero and heroine, and I don't know why they didn't think that would be marketable, but just couldn't get anybody interested, or maybe I was describing it wrong, I don't know. Anyway,
No, the
it
thing
just
is that
sat for a really long time, and then my friend Kat Baxter, who's like my best friend and my critique partner, and she is the one who first got me hooked on Penny Reid books. She was like, they're doing this thing and they're open for submissions. You should send in something. And I was like, oh, what would I send? What would I send? And she was like, duh. And so that's how it happened. And it's a story. All books have their own journey coming to birth, but
Mhm.
it was kind of a long time on this, but then once I found the right rhythm, it just really just came out. And I love the characters, I love the world, I love everything about the book. But I especially love that it's going to be released by Smarty Pants Romance, because it's like a fantasy.
Well, I'm so grateful that we could give this amazing, awesome, funny, snarky, just witty, awesome. I'm going to use the word awesome again because it is. It's such a great book. It's so funny. It's so lighthearted and wonderful. And the characters, the chemistry. I don't want to spend the entire video gushing, but the chemistry, it's just great. It's great. And so I'm going to pause there because I want you to be able to talk about your own book and not me, everybody should read this. But go ahead, tell everybody what this book is about. Tell us about the characters. Tell us give us a teaser of their journey. And while you do so, I will do the big cover reveal. So go ahead.
Okay. So I have trouble talking about my own books. So I tend to like rabble a lot, not rabble, babble a lot and ramble.
It's
Um,
fine.
I'm a writer. We can make up words, right?
Yes, yes, that is literally our job.
It is
So there we
literally
go.
our job. Um, so if I ramble too much, let me know and I can ring it back in.
I'll
Um,
start playing some wrap it up music. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
the Academy Award. Think
Right.
about that. So Max is the hero. He's sort of this brilliant, complicated, but but guy with no people skills. Oh, it's so
Isn't that
Oh, it's so
great?
pretty.
There he is.
There's
There he is. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry,
in
go
all
ahead.
his
Sorry.
in all his grumpy wonderfulness.
I know, right? Okay,
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
so he is he's like a doctor, not a medical doctor. He's got a PhD, multiple, in fact. He studies all of these super tiny microbiome kind of things about the soil. And he's up for a very prestigious grant. But in order to get it, he has to do a series of TED Talk like speeches in public. And he can't, because he just doesn't have any of the skills that he needs to do that. So his boss his boss at the university brings in one of the communications lectures to sort of give him a personality makeover. So it's sort of a combination Beauty and the Beast story plus My Fair Lady,
Right.
except My Fair Gentleman. And they clash, and Holly is the heroine, and she is smart and funny, but kind of a hot mess. I mean, she's like totally put together when she needs to be, but in her personal life, she's a collector of misfits. She's everyone's go-to girl. She overcommits to everything, and she's got this outrageous collection of like misfit pets that she's adopted. And just they're not ever gonna be a good fit, because he's so ordered and precise, and she's none of those things, and but they fall in love.
Somehow it all falls, they fall in love, it all comes together. Okay, so on that note, I want to make sure everybody knows that this book is coming out March 2nd, 2021. And that means that it is, and I'm super excited, it is a release buddy with Marriage and Murder. So look for something special. We're going to do something special with Emma's book. We're very excited. And also, I want to do this. I want to give a copy of the proof away. Okay. So we're going to give a copy, this particular book that I am holding, we're going to give this book away, this proof copy. See, it says proof copy in the back. So, so before March Sally, I felt the same way when I saw it. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, so it comes out March 2nd, and I want to give it a copy, this particular book away. And I want readers to comment below and tag their go-to girl. Who is your go-to girl in the reading community? And if you can't tag them, that's totally fine. You can just say, just give them a shout out. Just tell everybody who your girl BFF is. And if you don't have a go-to girl, who is your go-to maybe social media personality that you go to for inspiration and love and all of that? So let's spread some love. Let's talk about our go-to girls. And I cannot tell you how excited I am for people to read this book. This book is amazing, and it's unputdownable, and the chemistry is off the charts. I keep bringing up the chemistry, but it's like one of those books where you're like, you stop for a second, and you're like, is anybody watching me? So, because you're so engrossed and you're drooling, and it's awesome. Thank you again so much for coming on. You're amazing. And everybody pick up this amazing book on March 2nd. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.